Evening, gang. It's Sunday night, Sunday, the 25th of July, 2021. Welcome along to United Kingdom Talk, our 3 times a week chat show coming to you from the Chapel Royal Marina in Lincolnshire. Anyone watching the Olympics at the moment? I just watched in the news a moment ago, and it looks like we got 2 medals already. How fabulous is that? How fabulous is that? Are you an Olympics person? Do you watch any of that? Any of it at all? I must admit, I'm not. I watch the bits on the news. That's about it. I have very little excitement when it comes to sports or athletics or anything like that. Really, just not my sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Watching cycle bikes go round and round a thing, or people kicking balls, or jumping with great big long sticks or something. Doesn't do it for me, dear. Doesn't. Doesn't do it for me at all. But that being said, you know, very popular and good luck to everyone. I have to say, I watched the opening, a bit of the opening ceremony, of course, from Tokyo. Well, I've never seen such a depressing thing in all my life. It was, of course, you know, because there's not many people there because of the whole COVID thing and all that. I found it very depressing. Did you? Anyone watch the opening ceremony of the Olympics? I didn't rate that at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And of course, understandably, they did the thing where let's think about people who are no longer with us and all that. And I get that and all that. But I don't know. And then some woman come on and started singing. Oh, no. Didn't do it for me. What about you? Did you see the Olympic opening ceremony at all? Probably the most low-key opening ceremony I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the one we put on in 2012, was it? 56, 79. Was it 2012 we did it? When we had the opening thing, and it was fantastic. We had the Queen coming out of the helicopter, didn't we? It wasn't actually her. I know. I've given the game away now. It's like someone telling you that Father Christmas doesn't exist anymore, isn't it, eh? Is it a bit like that? The Queen came out of the helicopter and James Bond and all that other business and the whole NHS dancers and stuff like that. It was so good. So good. And the one after that was that Brazil. That was very good as well. This one, wow. What a disappointment. But there you go. I mean, as I say, COVID restrictions and all that, maybe that had something to do with it. Funnily enough, talking of the Olympics, they had an Olympics question yesterday. Oh, do you know what? I might save this for the radio show, actually. I'll save it for the radio show. I'll save that for the radio show tomorrow morning. But they were doing something that did a question about the Olympics on the wheel last night, which is back. The wheel is back on Saturday nights on BBC One. And I only knew because the lovely Maureen told us. She told us that the wheel was back on the telly, so I'm so pleased about that. Great Saturday night entertainment. I think they've changed the rules a little bit. They had one thing in there which I don't recognise from last time, but there's old Michael McIntyre. And last night we had Claire Balding. I think she's great. She just seems to know everything there is to know about sport, doesn't she? Claire Balding, don't you think? She's wonderful. And who else was on there? Oh, that Alex Beresfield. He's the one that made Piers Morgan resign. That's when he walked off the set, didn't he? Now, what was that? Was that COVID or some race issue? I can't remember what it was. Doesn't matter anyway. So he was on there last night. There was Anton Dubek. He was on there. You know, it would have been helpful if I'd written these things down. I'm just trying to do this from memory. Who else? I can't think who else was on there now. The weather. There was the Olympics girl. Someone did fairy tales. Can't remember who that was. No. Anyway, so that's back now on Saturday nights on BBC One. And so we got a nice bit of entertainment on Saturday nights at last. Now, if you're new to the show, welcome along. If you're in a chat box trying to talk to me, I'm afraid I'm not in that. If you want to join in the show tonight, please send a text. 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or you can send an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and later on you'll be able to call in, okay? We have a phone line as well, and you'll be able to call in on that phone number when it's open a little bit later on. We're going back to giving out raffle tickets now, as you well know. There will be a raffle on Thursday for one of our brightly coloured United Kingdom Talk stickers. Okay, I've got everything with me. Don't worry, I didn't. Oh, hang on a minute. I've just dropped some tickets. 1 minute. I've got the tickets up here with me. Didn't think I'd forgotten them, did you? Certainly not. And the stamps to send the prize off. That's the prize, okay. One of our bright, sparkly stickers, and they do stick on very well, my darlings. You know, please don't put this on windows, on windscreens. You know, written across there. Please do not park here when they park across your driveway or something like that, because they will have a real job getting those off. That's the prize, and we'll be giving out raffle tickets at some point during the show today. You can always have a raffle ticket when I'm doing a live show, okay? You can only ask for your raffle ticket when I say ask now, and then once I've said ask now, you've got about 10 minutes, after which it's finished, all right? You can only ask for a live show. If you are abroad, you're welcome to send in an email, because you won't be able to text in. Send in your email when I say ask now, okay? And once again, it's the same rules as everyone else. You've got 10 minutes. If for some reason your email gets stuck somewhere or something like that, which seems to be happening to someone, then I'm afraid that's just how it is. You can't break a rule for one person, unfortunately, because what tends to happen is, but you did it for them. Do you know what I mean? I've learnt that in the time that I've been doing over the last sort of 4 or 5 years since we've been doing raffles and things like that. You cannot bend the rule for one person, because somewhere along the line, someone will find out, but you did it for them. Why won't you do it for me? And you're getting all that sort of stuff. And I don't need hassle, really. All right? So the raffle tickets will be given out later, and we do the raffle on Thursday night's show. Okay, right, let's read some of your messages in, and we'll do the show. Hello to Caleb and Sophie. Good evening to you. Hello to you too. All right, welcome along to the show. Are you live today? Hello. Live. Clock check. Day check. Day, Sunday, 25th of July. Are you with us at 8:10? Then we're live. Hello, darlings. Hello to Diane Jeb. Good evening to Sherry Parish. Hope you and all your viewers are having a lovely weekend. Yes, lovely here. Thank you, Sherry. I came up on Friday night. Took it really nice and easy on all the roads coming up here. I left King's Cross 11:15, got here about 2:35 in the morning. Oh no, it's a bit later than that, because I did stop at a garage to get to sandwich on the way up here, of which they'd run out of sandwiches. There's a place, I can't remember what the area's called. It's only half an hour from here, so I've almost done the journey by the time I get to this particular... Well, it's like there's 2 garages, and there's a McDonald's and a Starbucks, but I always think a sandwich is better than a McDonald's. I might be completely wrong. I expect they're both as bad as each other. They've both got bread and stuff in them, haven't they? So I stopped there, and the right-hand one is the one I normally go to. I've gone in there. Well, it's got no sandwiches left. Not only that, the oven that they cook pasties and things in, that's off for cleaning, because that's what they do at that time in the morning when it's quiet. So I just ended up with a bag of crisps in there. But I thought, well, I'll go to the garage next, and a cup of PG tips. And I went to the garage next door. But that one, that's a tap on the window job. He don't like anyone in there. Oh, and don't you? I just hate that so much, having to tap on the window of a garage when you want to buy something, because they're scared that they're going to be attacked and mobbed. Mind you, he was quite good looking. I might well have attacked him if I'd have gone in there. But yeah, honest with you, I just can't hold back sometimes. I really can't. So I tapped on the window and managed to get a cheese sandwich from him. So I'd been cheesed and bag of crisps, and that was all right. And I got up here, I think it was around about 2:45 actually in the morning, at which point I literally come in, put my bags down, brush my teeth and go straight to bed, because I'm really tired after that. And then Saturday was okay. You know, Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Not much doing a day. Just getting stuff ready, you know, to do these shows. It's not just come in and turn it on. You have to plug things in. I have to bring the new music down from Bracknell, because that all goes on a little disc, little hard drive, and I bring that down, plug that in, put it all on there, update the computers. And last night I went over to my nephew's house. That was nice. What did we do last night? We're doing something in the garden. I can't remember what we were doing last night. Something stupid in the garden. Oh, whatever. And this morning, didn't do a massive amount this morning. There's a tree. It's not a tree. It's some sort of bush right in front of me there. And the thing is, it doesn't grow. It grows by shoving almost runners out, but they're not runners. And they just little things and they wave a bit and it looks so untidy. So untidy. So I managed to trim that. I thought I was going to have to get my nephew Gary, head of YouTube incidentally, to come and hold the ladder for me. But I managed to do it, even the bit at the top, which I didn't get to last time. So I did manage to do that. The lady next door, the caravan that way, she's recently had an operation. So I went down to the co-op as well. I wanted to go to the co-op and get some bits and pieces. And she gave me a list of a couple of bits to get her as well. So I did that. And then my nephew came round and his whole family a little bit later on this afternoon, around about 1 o'clock, 1:30, just after I finished dinner. And he put me up a new fly screen. Look, and very good. Very good. My nephew's wife ordered this fly screen for their house, and it works really well. So I said, "Oh, let's have a look." And she sent it, and it was like 35 quid. Oh, I'm not paying that for a fly screen, dear. I'm so tight. Won't pay that for a fly screen. But she got two for the price of one, I think, or something like that. So she gave me the other one, and it's chains. Look. And you get it so long, and you have to cut it to size. No, that's why my nephew came round. And there he was out there with a saw, little hacksaw he was, sawing this thing away. And here's the bit he sawed off. It looks fantastic. You wouldn't have thought it was a fly screen because the flies could quite easily get through the chains. It's chains, right? But it must put them off somehow because they don't seem to come in anymore. Yeah, look. Here's the bit they cut off. And it looks fantastic. Look at this. Look at this. All blue and silver. I love it. And that's what's hanging down at the moment. I mean, I don't know what else I could do with these chains, really. You know, what could... Oh, I can't escape now. Oh, where's my bowls? Look, I can't escape now. Huh? What can I do with these... Any suggestions what I could do with these little chain links that are left here? I don't know. And that's it. So he put that up and... I think that's all he did. While the children were there, oh dear, bless their little hearts, they says, "You're not going to be lonely anymore." I said, "Why is that?" "We've put some stickers up for you." Oh my God, there's stickers all over the blooming caravan. Including a couple on here. These are stickers on a piece of paper, so that's not too bad. They've put these stickers all over the place. So that I won't be lonely anymore. I just look at the stickers and I went, let me just try that. Oh, look, I'm not lonely anymore. Bless them. Isn't it funny how they think? Isn't it funny how children think? I think he's put a couple of eyes. There's one under the television. He put a couple of stickers all over the caravan now. Oh, dear. Well, I can't complain. At least it's not black marks on the wall. Who's had children and they've decided to paint the wall or something? So that was quite nice. Then we went for a little walk around the site, and had a lovely day, really. Yeah. So thanks for asking there, Sherry. Lovely day. Evening to Paul. Good evening to Paul. How are you tonight? All well here, Paul. Paul and Joe, DJ Sparky. Hello to John Parrish. Evening to you. Nice to see you. Steve's back on tomorrow. Yes, Steve Allen back on the LBC tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the morning. If anyone's interested. Yep, he's very good. Do listen if you're up early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hello to Lee Toby. Evening, Lee. Hope you're well. Good to hear the karaoke is moving back upstairs. Yes, indeed. On Friday. On Friday, we go back upstairs on Friday. Of course, it's not wired up. It's actually not wired up at the moment for upstairs. So I've got to do that on Friday night. Had I been down south, I would have gone there one night this week and got it already. But I'm not. You know, I'm up here and I will go directly to work from here. I leave here at about 2 o'clock about 2:30, I think it is, on Friday afternoon. And I cannot get in until 6:30. Well, I could. You can't leave the car, you see. 6:30 restrictions finish. So you don't dare get out of the car until 6:29. Some bastard will come round the corner, I'm telling you now. And take a photo, and there's a little out, and take a little photo of your car. Shouldn't park there, so you cannot leave the car. This is the problem. But it should be right, fingers crossed. Will we stay up there? I hope so, yeah. I'm hoping that we stay up there. But yes, indeed, the karaoke is back upstairs from Friday. I have to say, I really didn't think I'd like it in the basement, but I do. And the fact is, you can turn it right up down there with no problems of any sound moanings from the neighbours or anything like that. So we'll just have to see how it goes, and fingers crossed. Of course, the fact that we've gone back upstairs means we can drop the charge as well. I kept meaning to find out why that was. There was a reason that we had to charge for the basement. It was only £3. But nevertheless, people are not used to paying for karaoke. Not in this country. In America, I discovered in America, my friend who does karaoke as well, I discovered in America you pay to sing. I didn't know that. I think you literally buy, I don't know what it is, probably $1 or something silly like that. But you buy a song, basically. That's what my mate told me. Anyone been to karaoke in America? No, it works like that. I had no idea. Perhaps that's but how the karaoke girl or boy works. You know, maybe you turn up, set your stuff up, and to make your money, it's, I don't know, $1, $2, $3 per song. Anyone know anything about that? Anyway, Lee Toby's there. Hello, Lee. He likes the backdrop. Thank you, Lee. New backdrop here. Mushrooms. Yes. Now, if you've been with the show a while, you may remember we did have a mushroom backdrop before. I have to tell you, this is a different one. It wasn't the same as this. You can go back through the old shows on the YouTube channel. Just type in United. Well, you're on it now, aren't you? Just go through any of the old shows. I'd go back 2 years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and we did have can you believe it? That's what it is. 2 or 3 years since we had the old mushroom backdrop up there. Seriously, where's that gone? And it's not the same one. Okay, I saw this one advertised on the site that I buy the things on, and I thought, yeah, let's have another mushroom one. So that's what we've got there. Okay, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice. You can see another angle here. If I show you this bit here, where is it now? Where's that? Where's that? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Don't I have the other camera on here? I thought I did have a camera on. Oh, there it is. There we go. There you go. So you see it's scrunched up a little bit. It's a bit wider than the actual room, to be honest. This is a very big one. This would have been perfect, actually. We're up in Bracknell. The wall is much bigger at the back, but this will do, wouldn't it? So there we are. It's nice, isn't it? Really pleased with that one. Glad you noticed, Lee. It's Curvy Pedal. Hello, you, my darling. Liking the new backdrop. Thank you much, Curvy. Yes, the other one's been up quite a long time, much longer than normal, because, of course, I haven't been up here so long. So it was up about a year, and then last year it was up as well. So one of those things. All right. Hello to Charlie. Hello, Charlie. How are you, Charlie? Hello, Charlie. Kelly's son. Oh, Kelly's got COVID, has she? Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. I hope it's not too bad, Charlie. How are you, mate? It's my mate, Charlie. And how's your sister? Is she all right as well? You still doing the TikToks? I haven't seen any TikToks lately, or did you get bored with that? I got a bit bored with it. It takes so long to do these things, doesn't it, Charlie? Anyway, I hope you're well, Charlie. Keep happily. There's Gary Butler, head of YouTube, evening to head of YouTube and head of maintenance as well here at our Lincolnshire television studio complex. Yes, head of maintenance at YouTube. Evening to you, Gary. And hello to Andy, who's also loving the new backdrop. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, we got a new one here. There is a new one also for Bracknell, but I'm not quite sure when I'm going to change that because the other one hasn't been up very long yet, you know. Evening to Maureen. Hello, Maureen. What's the weather like? Bad storm here earlier. Thunder and lightning and heavy rain. Oh, gosh. Do you know what, Maureen? I cut that bush. I'll have to take a photo of it for you. I cut that bush this morning. As soon as I got it, I thought, oh, God, that needs doing. I actually bought my, that electric lawn, not electric, what's that thing called? The hedge cutter. That thing, which was all charged up when I got it. I was ready to do it. I was going to do it yesterday. I kept looking at the weather, rain. And then I was asking Amazon. I nearly said it. I was asking Amazon, you know, is there going to be any rain? And every time I asked her, it was going to rain in an hour's time. 51% rain at 12 o'clock. So I didn't do it. I'd been waiting and waiting. And this morning it looked like it was raining all morning. Well, I've got up. We had a drop of rain since I've been here. Since I got here very early Saturday morning, about 2:45, haven't had a single drop of rain here. Isn't that funny? How weird is that? I was expecting storms, thunder, lightning, nothing. Okay, it's a bit overcast, but it's hot. It's quite hot. It's very hot, but not a drop of rain. Finally, you should say that, Maureen. Um, it was in the news. I mean, I don't know how the storms were with you. It says thunderstorms in the Daily Mail are continuing to batter parts of the UK as the recent heat wave makes way for a deluge of torrential rain, which had hammered campers and sparked flash flooding. Now, I've never ever heard a weatherman say that you shouldn't go camping, but they did last weekend. Did last week, didn't they? Don't go camping, they said. Blimey, how bad can it be? But nothing here at all. Not a drop. Not a drop. It says a lightning bolt also blasted a hole in the home of a 70-year-old woman in Hampshire. Poor old cow. Thought she managed to escape unharmed, though she managed to escape unharmed. Wow. You just imagine being hit by a lightning bolt or your house. Must be the noise. You imagine the noise. It says there was an enormous bang. It was obviously the lightning, says this neighbour. I think it woke the rest of the street up. I saw the flickering, and when I looked out, I saw the roof of the semi-detached home completely ablaze, and it had completely gone. Wow. The side that supports the roof had collapsed as well, and the flames spread into next door. Unbelievable. How was it where you are? Tell me where you are and whether or not you had some decent lightning storms. In the metro tonight, I just picked this up literally at 7:30 tonight. But it says parts of London and the south have been flooded after torrential rain, and the Met Office, which is where Maureen is, the Met Office has issued an amber storm warning. Areas including Hackney Wick, Newham, Barking were affected by the downpours, with videos showing cars driving through the deep water and people walking nearly knee deep at times. And there's a video which I've seen. One of the railway stations, Pudding Mill Lane. I don't know where that is. Pudding Mill Lane. Docklands Light Railway Station in Stratford, underwater. Literally, I mean, it's underwater. You know, the stairs, you go down some stairs, and then there's just water. God knows how deep that is. Thunderstorms bringing lightning and a threat of flooding to the south are set to continue until Monday. Forecasters have warned, and they've issued an amber warning for storms covering London and surrounding counties where homes and businesses are at risk of flooding, which was in place until 7 o'clock on Sunday, but they've extended that a little bit. So I don't know what it's like where you are. Have you had much going on there at all? Vera says you could wear the chains like dreadlocks. What an excellent idea. Oh, by the way, kids, do you know what tomorrow is? It's Auntie and Uncle Day. So you got to get me presents. Are the children watching, Gary? I've got to be bought presents tomorrow. Or an outing or something. It's Uncle and... Oh, have you had birthdays this year? Did you get a present from me? Did you get presents at Christmas? Did you? Well, guess what tomorrow is? Auntie and Uncle Day. So Auntie Chris has to have a present. Or a little outing, perhaps. Right, Vera reckons I can wear these as dreadlocks. So let's try this. It's got a little bit tangled there. Hang on a minute. So I'll just shake it and that'll shake it. Shaker maker, shaker maker. Shake it out. Now, Vera, if I do this, you're not going to write to the Daily Mirror or someone, "Oh, that's really culturally inappropriate." Oh, don't watch then. Right, let's try this. So Vera reckons I could wear this as dreadlocks. Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. Is that working like that? That's not quite working. No. I don't know if this is going to work now. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe down the sides. Maybe down the sides. Yeah. That does work, actually, Vera, doesn't it? Eh? A minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. See, it's a bit long. I think they need to be cut to size. Certainly longer than my hair, anyway. There we go. Let's have a little bit of blue there. Right, hang on a minute. Let's just... do you know, I think that works, doesn't it? I think that's really cool. Yeah. I'll be able to get into the reggae clubs now, won't I? Yeah. I don't like Trader. I know. That one. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Eh? Three little birds. Bob Marley. sun is shining. You're looking at me now and thinking, is that Bob Marley reincarnated, aren't you? Do you think, how well down would it go if I brought this along to the karaoke and put it on and just sung a reggae song? Would that go down very well with the lefties, with the loony lefties? Would that go down well at all? What do you think, Vera? Vera likes the new backdrop as well. Thank you, Vera. Gary Ross says, hello, Chris. Ticket, please. Too early, Gary. Not until I say ask for tickets. Do try and keep up with us, dear. Evening, Gary. He says, like that girl in your house, let her kids draw on the walls and doors. Yeah, oh, you know that the next tenant that went in there, he's gone now. It's empty. I know. I'm losing money hand over fist here, dear. What's that about fists? No, losing. Pay attention, please. I'm losing money hand over fist here, darling. Losing money. Luke wants to know if I've been to Eastbourne. No. Haven't been to Eastbourne. Stacey, it's my nephew's wife. They're all in tune tonight. Must be bored to tears if you've got this on you lot. Harry says, put it on your head so you have more hair. Look, Harry. Stickers everywhere. They've put all over my caravan. Stickers. What a cheek. Evening to Mark Bowles. Good evening to you, Mark. Hope you're well this morning. Let's shove his picture up there. Oh, it's not on there. Where's Mark's picture gone? Oh, it's falling. Hang on, it's falling down. Evening, Mark. Let's shove Mark's picture up there. There he is. Chief Chav. There he is. Ain't he gorgeous? That's what we need. Someone about 35, 38. Those young ones are no good. They're just full of crap, aren't they? I think they are anyway. Thank you, Mark. Good evening to you. Gary says you look like Stevie Wonder. No New Year's Day, I just called to say I love you. Delroy does that one. He's great, isn't he, Delroy? At the karaoke. What a character. I only met him this year. Wonderful man. Andy says, I adore the hair. It does suit you. Thank you. Vera reckons it'll be all right. Well, I think I might do that. What I'll do... I'm so glad I didn't chuck this away. What I'll do is cut it a bit. Now, Vera, serious question, because you're black and so you'll know this, right? So, am I right in thinking it's all right to do this, but you should never black up? That was the expression that we used. Is that a fair comment? So, for example, if I was to do like Priti Patel, okay? If I was to do like Priti Patel, I assume it would be all right to have the glasses on and like a long dark wig and her clothes, as long as you don't black the face. Would I be correct in that? Let me know, Vera. I want to know that. So Stacey is sharing an image with me. Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't see that, unfortunately, while I'm doing a show, darling. Sorry, I can't see a picture like that while I'm doing a show. All right. Mark Bowles has sent a super chat in. Have you really? Oh, Mark. Oh, hang on. I haven't got my thing on there. He sent me a super chat today. Forget the cash. Just get here and... sorry. Right, hang on. Let's just find the super chat jingle. I'm not lining that up yet. I wasn't expecting cash to come in tonight, dear. Certainly not from you, my love. That's all that work you're doing now, isn't it, dear? All that work you're doing is sending me his wages, as you should do. You know, you go out to work, you give me the wages, and I go and buy your food and cook it all. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Mark sends in a £2 super chat tonight. Thank you very much, Mark. You're very kind, darling. Oh, it's coming from you as well, darling. That's nice. That's nice. Good. Righty-ho then. Vera says it's okay. It's fine to wear, but not black up. I had a feeling it was like that. Yeah. Thank you very much, Vera. Thank you very much. You see, the whole, when I think about, I don't really want to get into that sort of subject because it gets all messy and all that. You remember Little Britain, of course. Little Britain, you know, Bubbles de Vere. Bubbles de Vere. See, that. So what you say there is that character could still be done just as long as you don't put black on. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That does actually make sense. Yeah, I see what you mean. I used to love that character, didn't you? Bubbles de Vere. Call me Bubbles, darling. Call me Bubbles. I watched them on TikTok. Oh, they're so funny. The one where she's staying in this country retreat, like, you know, one of them places where you go on a diet and have your massage. What's that called? Is it a spa? Spa. This really posh spa. And she's running around and the manager's running after her because none of the bills have been paid. Oh, darling. Oh, excuse me, Mrs. DeVere. We need to settle up this matter of your bill. You haven't paid for 6 months. You haven't received the cheque, darling. Oh, that's terrible. I'll get on to him tomorrow. And she's walking off. And then eventually she traps him in this room. Bubbles DeVere is a great big enormous character, right? But she's got the way it's her accent that does it. It's the accent. And she follows this man into the room, this manager, and closes the door. Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement. Bubbles DeVere. Vera says your clock has stopped. No, it hasn't. Has it? Oh, so it has. Look at that. I wonder why that is. No, it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped. It's going round. How strange. Oh. It's ticking round. Look at that. So that stopped at what, 8:05? Odd. I wonder if something's gone wrong with it. Oh, we can't afford a new clock, dear. God. Well, I'll read line 33. I'm glad you said that. See, normally I wouldn't believe people when they say that. Because the sad old blokes on here are always trying to trip you up on something. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't normally take the notice. But I will take notice of you, Vera. Thank you very much, darling. Let's see if that works now. Did you notice if the second hand had stopped going round at all? Is that about right? 9:32. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. Vera, that's going to have to be your job tonight. Can you keep an eye on the clock, darling? Okay. That's working now. We can't have a failing clock. I said clock with a CL. All right. Now, on the show today, I wanted to talk about this bloke. It's one of the most annoying people on the telly, I find. He's not a television person. He's the mother, of course, of Meghan Markle. Now, forget for a moment what you might think about Harry and Meghan. He's on there again. I mean, it's just how he can come. There's a picture of him there. Look. I mean, just an awful man. How anyone can want or have a father like that is beyond me. But he's in the Metro again. He just loves the attention. I'm convinced that all he wants is attention all the time. And this time, in the Metro, Meghan Markle's estranged dad. I always used to think, you used to say, strangled. You know, if he was strangled, I wouldn't be crying. I'll be honest with you. But he comes on the telly, doing all these interviews and in the paper. Oh, my daughter won't let me see anyone. I mean, how sad are you? Listen, I'm really sorry. If she doesn't want to know, just leave her alone. But don't go running to the papers. How could you do that to your child? Meghan Markle's estranged dad said he's prepared to go to court with his daughter and her husband to gain access to his grandchildren. You see, I just think it's wrong. It's wrong. It's a bit different if you're owed money from, I don't know, an organisation, then you take someone. To take your own child to court, I don't think so. If you don't want to know, you've got to walk away, mate. Do the right thing. This is wrong. This is wrong. He's 77 years old and he's yet to meet Archie and Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor or even Prince Harry. He met Prince Harry, didn't he? Didn't he ever meet him? Didn't he meet him? The former lighting director, he was a lighting director, told Fox News, Fox, that's what they say in America, Fox, told Fox News in an exclusive interview he is ready to take the matter to court in the very near future. He has a strained relationship with his daughter ever since her wedding to Harry, where Thomas struck a deal with a paparazzi photographer to stage photos of him. The man just likes publicity, and he's probably making a little bit of money on the back of it as well from the newspapers. I have no respect for that man at all. None at all. He was then forced to pull out the ceremony and walking his daughter down the aisle after health issues which saw Prince Charles take his place. Fair enough. but Thomas says his health is continuing to deteriorate and fears he may never get to meet Archie 2 or newborn Lilibet, who was born last month. Now, you see, I know it may be pain. I'm sure it is painful for him. It must be awful not to see your grandchild. But you have to look at the whole thing. She doesn't want you to, or she doesn't want to get close to you. You've got to walk away for her, because if you love her, you will do what she wants. That's how I think. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? You may think it's cruel. Maybe you might think it's cruel, but it happens all the time, doesn't it? People put obstacles in the way so that you can't see your child or your grandchild or something like that. It's not very nice. But if they really don't want you to see them, they're the mother, that's the father. You just got to go with it and walk away. I'm sorry. Because you should be doing what she wants. Archie and Lily are small children. They're not politics. They're not pawns. They're not part of the game, he says. And they're also royal and entitled to the same rights as any other royal. I will be petitioning the California courts for the rights to see my grandchildren in the very near future, he says. You see, I don't go along with it. I'm sorry. You can make the children, they will be able to feel the, they will be able to feel the bad air around. They will. He says Thomas also slammed Harry's announcement of the upcoming release of his memoirs in 2022 in the interview, which I go along with that. Yeah, it's terrible, these books coming out. Of course, we don't really know what's in those Harry books that are coming out. And we've seen various stories in the paper, but you know the newspapers. They make all sorts of stuff up to make you buy the damn papers. I believe one of the stories was one of the books that's coming out won't come out until the Queen has passed over. We don't really know that. She is still here, and we haven't seen any of the books, so I don't know. It says the book that's going to come out, published by Penguin Random House, is expected to cover the highs and lows, the mistakes and lessons of his life. But Thomas suggested after 3 sessions with the psychiatrists and Oprah Winfrey, the prince would not have too much to tell. And then it goes on about the books and all that. But I just think, if your child doesn't want to see you, I mean, she's 40 for God's sake. If she doesn't want that to happen, then that's just how it is. You have to accept it and walk away. For a father, it doesn't matter what the child has done, for a father to go to newspapers and on the telly to spiel his heart out, oh, you sad old bastard. I'm sorry. I think it's wrong. You're just going to walk away. Andy says, have you seen Matt Lucas from Little Britain in Les Miserables? He's fantastic as the innkeeper, Chris. No, I haven't seen that. No. Is that on stage or the film? There was a film, wasn't there? Les Mis. I haven't seen the film either. John Parrish says, I get Gary changed your clock. Did he change the clock? What's it say now? 22. I don't know. I don't know if Gary changed the clock or not. Mark says, when are you going to give me a polish? Why, are you looking a little bit dull, Mark? You wouldn't be dull if you were coming around with me, mate. I know, you see, it's because you're with the girl. With that Tina. Tina, pretty ballerina. I know how it is, having to do what you're told. You could be here doing anything you want. Anything. Oh, sorry, I'm getting quite... You could be doing anything you want. Oh, Chris, I'm just going out with my mates. There won't be any of this... Oh, you said you'd stay in with me all night. I'll cook you a nice dinner. No, okay, Paul. Oh, I might, Mark. See you later. No problem. No problem. Just going to football with the lads today. Yeah, fine. No problem at all. No rows, nothing. See you later. Chris, there's this girl I really like. Do you mind if I... No, that's fine. Just come back to me. No problem. Anything you want. By the way, no one's noticed the flamingos are back. There you go. You just can't see them properly, can you? The flamingos are back. There you go. Adam the plumber bought me this a couple of years ago. Nice. He bought me 2 shirts. Nice, isn't it? People buy me presents. It's very kind of you. I know many people have sent presents in Glendo, of course, in the USA. She's bought various little things and can't see that today, can you? This is all China. I'm so concerned about this, might fall down or something like that. Oh, hang on a minute. What's this in here? There's a note. didn't even know this. It's a note. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. How comes I haven't seen this yet? Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. I wanted to send you a gift to say thank you for all the joy and happiness you bring to so many people every day. You are truly a kind soul, from Glenda. Oh, I'm sure I must have read this at some point, have I? Thank you, Glenda. She's not always with us live. Sometimes she watches the recording of the show as well. What's that? Text number 07451 287 337. Don't forget, if you can't text in, if you're abroad, you may well not be able to text in, or you might have texted in and it hasn't come up. Okay, so do use the email if you're outside the UK, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and I get those in off there. All right. Vera says, I think Thomas Markle should see the picture of him again. I mean, he's just horrible. He's an horrible man. When I say he's ugly, I'm not talking about his looks. I'm talking about his mouth. You should not go on the telly and slag off your children. Doesn't matter what they've done. No respect there for his daughter whatsoever. Doesn't matter what you think of her. Okay? Doesn't matter. He shouldn't be doing that. You just got to suck it up and get on with your life. Otherwise, awful. Vera says, I don't think he should ever have spoken to newspapers because it will just make matters worse. He should just ask for pictures, etc., and leave them alone. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's not like he's lacking pictures, is it? You see them on the newspapers and all that. It's not the best result to just be able to look at your granddaughter or grandson's pictures, but sometimes that's all you have. Vera says you need an Alice in Wonderland shirt to go with the backdrop. Which one would I be? The Mad Hatter? Mark, what would you be? I think Mark would be the rabbit, wouldn't you, my love? Andy. He says, Les Mis, on stage, Chris, I recommend it. Always brings me tears. Such a lovely musical. Also, the film is an amazing watch too, Chris. So thanks very much for that. I would like to go to the theatre. Maybe not this year, maybe next year now. Les Mis sounds quite a nice thing to watch. Last thing I saw at a theatre was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. That was good. Yeah, I like that very much. The most uncomfortable seat I've ever been in my life. And we had a good position at the front of the circle, or the Grand Circle, one of those. But the gap, so there's the front, which is concrete, right? There's the front, and your seat's there, and your knees. Oh, my knees were killing me by the time. In fact, during the half time, we actually elected to sit to further back in a seat that didn't have such a good view. We were so uncomfortable. It was awful. Hello to Adrian Richardson. Hello to you. I hope you got my present, the crab cream I bought you, and sorted a few things out for you. Well, I haven't got crabs anywhere. No crabs? Is that what you do to get rid of crabs then? Put cream on? You seem to know an awful lot about that subject, Adrian, don't you, my love? Funny that, isn't it? There's old Adrian Richardson. He was in the pub Friday. He was upstairs, scratching away. Thought he had a problem with his cats, but clearly from the message here. He had a terrible time the other day. His Maltesers went stale, I think he said. He says, good evening, Chris, and a little bit of money on the back. Do you think I should take the Maltesers to court over my problem that they are stale and I am in shock? Well, if you're one of those lefty people, then please feel free to do so, one of those lonely left. Are you offended by the Maltesers? That's the question. Were you offended by the Maltesers being stale? Do you think... You see, because this is one of those loony lefties. They would assume that Maltesers has selected them specifically to receive the stale Maltesers. Is that how you feel about it? Do you feel Maltesers has purposely selected you to receive the stale Maltesers? I'm sure it has. All right, what else have we got today? Another way COVID could be spreading. This is in the Sun. I'm going to give you a clue. And if this is the case, I wouldn't be surprised if either great-nephew Harry or great-niece Evie is spreading COVID through farting. Them two. They're awful. Evie, I keep telling her it's not a thing little girls do. She farts loudly and laughs. Little boys, yes, that is not a little girl thing, darling. Oh, I can hear I can hear the lefties again. Ow! What about the gender neutral people? Why is the world so mad now? Why is that? I can't believe that. I'm going to write a complaint to YouTube. He mentioned girls and boys, but not us. Oh. The Sun, coronavirus could you spread through farting. Government ministers have claimed. Now, I wonder if it might be an idea, you know, with those masks, could you extend the elastic bits on each side to go round your waist? Because I think we need masks now on our arses, according to this story. It's not good. You know, Christ. You didn't think that was dangerous? You thought it was just a bad smell. No! Coronavirus through farting. Not good. Government ministers have claimed. Some officials have privately pointed to evidence that the virus can be spread through emitting bodily gases in confined spaces like bathrooms. Well, I don't have to tell you this. Great niece Evie used my toilet while she was here today. Oh my God, the smell when that door opened. She didn't even open the window. And she thinks it's funny. I couldn't breathe. Even her mother came up. Her mother came up the stairs. I said, do you want the back? I asked her if she wanted the old backdrop, which she didn't want. I said, and she came in, she nearly suffocated. Oh, the smell! God's sake, open the window, Evie, please, dear. Anyway, one minister told the Telegraph that they read credible-looking stuff on it from other countries around the world. They claimed there had been evidence of, what is this, geonomical linked tracing. What's that? Anyone know what that is? Anyone know what... All these terms they use that I don't understand anymore. Have you listened to Capital Radio? Little Roman Kemp. Bless his heart, darling. He finishes his show early now during the week because I take all of the listeners. Do you know, I didn't know he did a Sunday morning TV show with his dad. The Martin and Roman show. Yes, Sunday morning. I think it's ITV or Channel 4, one of the two. I just accidentally turned it on this morning. There's the two of them, and very good show as well. He comes across his friend, this big star there. Roman Kemp, big star, just like his dad was. Very good-looking family, aren't they? Eh? Well, a little bit like me, really. Look how good-looking I am. Unbelievable, isn't it? Not as good-looking as Mark Bowles, but not so bad. Not so bad. Yeah. Apparently, even my mate is good-looking. Yes. I got a phone call the other night. He said, I didn't get home till 6. I'm like, oh, yeah. He said, I've done it at last. That's all I'm saying. I was then given intimate details of a house that he visited. I can't even go. Don't even ask me. Dreadful. No doubt he was farting afterwards as well. Anyway, it says that there have been some... Yes, Roman Kemp and Martin. They got a show on Sunday mornings on ITV. Didn't even know. I did watch a little bit of Gogglebox. Googlebox. I watched a bit of Googlebox this morning as well on the advice of my friend in London, Richard. And he said, just watch the first minute of Celebrity Googlebox on Friday. So I put it on and there he was again, Roman Kemp and his dad. You know, watching. I'm going to try and do one of those with my mate, a Googlebox. We're just going to set up a camera and watch the pro. Just see how it goes, you know. The trouble is I might have to edit that. Because he does say certain things which would be very, very offensive to people. As you see, I know what to say and what not to say. Vera will tell you. When I'm in the pub, I say other things. Sometimes I forget that we're streaming the thing, but it doesn't matter. It's never meant to be offensive. You know that anyway. And anyway, there was on there this. So I was watching the first minute of Gogglebox, and Roman Kemp comes on. He's sitting on the settee with his legs kind of like that, open. And I don't know if he had, I assume he had a pair of shorts on, I don't know. But there was a teddy placed strategically where the middle bit of his legs was. I assume he had shorts on, and he was going on about sunburn. He said, look at my legs, I'm so sunburned. And his dad says, you know what makes sunburn even worse? And Roman looks at him and he says, what? And his dad slapped his legs, sod that. Oh, did you see it? Google box. I have to admit, I watched a little. I'm gonna force myself to watch a bit more of that. Yeah. We're going to try and make one of those, me and my mate. Anyway, this story goes on about the farting causing coronavirus. It says there's been some well-documented cases of diseases spreading through waste pipes during lockdowns in Hong Kong, where the U-bend has dried out. How's your U-bend? Let's select someone at random here. Adrian, what about your U-bend? Is that dried out at all? I would imagine it has. After all those years, old boy. Poor old soul, dear. Can we just say hello to Greg Goddard? Hello to you, Greg. Welcome along. Hello to you, Greg. He's emailing in. Thought I'd say hi. Been watching for a few weeks. Thank you, Greg. Very kind of you. Whereabouts are you, Greg? What part of the... Are you here in the UK? What part of the UK are you in? I'm in Lincolnshire at the moment. I spend some time up here in Lincolnshire and most of the time down at my home in Bracknell in Berkshire. Got a little tiny little room here in a literally I'm in a small room in a caravan. Literally, I love it. I love it. How lucky are we to be able to do all this stuff? You know, Greg. Let us know where you are, Greg. Let's just go a little bit more. Government scientists have not confirmed the claim. A spokesman for the Prime Minister said he was not aware the virus can be spread through farting. So next time you smell a fart, don't breathe in. Or it might be too late by then. It'd be too late, wouldn't it, once you've smelt it? He who smelt it dealt it. Do you remember that one at school? Is it funny? Even at my age now, you hear a fart. Why is it funny? Why is that funny? It just is, isn't it? It says that we keep the latest scientific evidence under review, said a spokesman. Testing has found that COVID-19 can be found in poo. COVID-19 can be found in poo. The risk of spreading COVID is to be will be lessened as underwear and clothes could act as a filter. Well, there you go. I knew it. You should be wearing underpants on your face. I mean, if Mark sends me a pair of his, I'll be very happy to put them on my face, as long as they're not washed. Last May, Australian doctor pointed out that farting could cause coronavirus after analysing a series of tests to take from coronavirus patients earlier in the year. He said, and it goes on about various tests and things, but be careful. Don't stand near anyone who you think might suddenly fart. Very dangerous, dear. Vera says, my mate farted in my sleeping bag once and left it there for me. It was so bad I had to go to sleep without a sleeping bag. Yeah, some of them hang around, especially in cars, don't they? In cars. All sorts of smells you get in cars, don't you? You know when I took that electric Skoda for a test drive last week, didn't I? That was all right. Very nice car for the money. Very nice car. But I wasn't quite comfortable in the seat. I might go for a second test drive in one of those. And take some time to adjust the seat properly. Mind you, the infotainment system, and that was very laggy. If you saw the show on Thursday, I told you all about my test drive with the Skoda. If you want to watch that show, just be underneath this show when the list comes up, okay? United Kingdom Talk, Thursday, the 22nd of July 2021. Type that in and it should come up. And I think it's near the beginning of the show. I talk quite extensively about test driving an electric Skoda, which was great. I mean, apart from the chair that you sat in and the infotainment screen, bit laggy. You know, you do that, then you wait. Probably not long, but it wasn't instant. You know, so if I've got this pen here and I want to move it along, right? If this is me, then you grab the pen, move it along. Okay. With the infotainment system in the Skoda, you grab the pen, move your hand along, and then it would move. Yeah, that's what I mean by lagging. Apparently the VWs, the Golfs, sorry, not the Golfs, the ID3s and 4s are exactly the same because it's the same system. Very good value, though. For an electric car, very good value, I have to say. Andy, have you ever seen a film called Thanks for Everything to Wong Fu? Wong Fu. It's got Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes dressed in drag. It's a brilliant film and very funny. No, I haven't seen that. What's it called? Thanks for Everything. So it's called Thanks for Everything to Wong Fu. Is that on the Netflix? Have you got Netflix? Could you look it up for us, see if it's on Netflix, Sandy? See if that's on there, all right? Hello to Ollie K. Evening to you. Ollie's editing his YouTube video today. Good lad. Are you going to do YouTubes as well from Ollie K? Maureen, Tony Blackburn is going to be at Southend Cliff Pavilion Theatre. That'll be for his 60s night, will it? August the 12th is celebrating 57 years in radio. Wow. He was on ITV Friday on this morning's programme. Tony Blackburn is my top DJ. He is the reason I wanted to be a DJ. Absolutely, Tony Blackburn. He's the reason I wanted to be a DJ on the radio. Yeah. Never. I mean, I do the internet radio. I did make it to AM radio in London, actually. Liberty Radio. That was in 2000. And I did little bits and pieces for BBC Radio Berkshire. But the show I do in the morning... Do you want a little advert up there? There we go. The show I do in the morning... There it is. That'll be on tomorrow morning. The show I do in the morning is how I wanted to do a show all those years ago. I'm doing it exactly as I want it to sound. And you can't complain about that at all, you know? If you're doing something you love, doesn't matter if you're not being paid for it or anything like that, it's worth doing. It really is. And I love it. I love it. It sounds exactly as I want it to do. If I went on a radio station, I wouldn't be able to do it like that. I'd have to do it as they want me to do it. What's the point in that? Unless you're getting shed loads of money. You know, what's the point in that? I don't want to sit there being bored. Well, believe me, it must be boring for some of these radio people. Christ. Vera, Captain Fart Pants strikes again. You know you can get special pants, don't you, Vera, that absorb the stench. Yes. I want to get Adrian Richardson a pair of those, to be honest. He said, don't worry, Chris, my U-bend is so nice and moist and wet and safe. Oh, you make me feel quite ill now. Dear. And he says, I'm going to give the VW ID a test drive. That's totally electric. Yeah, see how you get on. And have you already booked it? I'll be very interested to know how you get on with the infotainment screen. As I say, it's laggy. Your seat won't be the same as the Skoda. You know it's the same car, don't you? The Skoda and the IV3 or ID3, they are the same car inside, basically. Well, technically wise, it's just the outer shell and the seats. The bloke did tell me that the seats in the VW are more comfortable than the Skoda ones, which kind of makes sense. But the infotainment screen, I think you might struggle with that. Ollie K says Carl Cox is his top DJ. He's the big fella, isn't he? Carl Cox, hugely popular. Let's just have a look. Oh yes, I've been able to. Oh, I'm able to see your text, Stacey. If you're still with us, she sent me a picture of me with a head. That does work, doesn't it? That absolutely works. That does. Let's just put that on again. Yeah. I'd just like to say hello to our viewers in the Caribbean tonight. There we go. Hang on a minute. I've got to get rid of this thing on the top. That doesn't work, does it? That thing on the top. Actually, if I just take this off, I don't know how. See, my nephew cut this earlier, and I don't know how he's cut it. I thought he might have just taken links off, but perhaps not. I could put them together and just put them over there like that and do a reggae. Actually, Maureen does the reggae songs, doesn't she? It's Maureen does the reggae songs very well at the karaoke. Yes. Vera says the film's on Prime. Excellent. Amazon Prime. Yes, I've got that. Don't look so surprised. Have you got Amazon Prime? Of course, got everything, dear. Everything. No Sky. Too expensive, dear. Thank you. Oh, hang on a minute. $4.99? We don't pay for stuff. Have you gone mad? $4.99? What, it's not part of the whole thing then? Not paying extra. Christ. Pay £75 a year for Amazon Prime as it is. Ah, there she is, Shania Steele. Good evening, Shania. Welcome to our little programme. Hello, darling. All right, love. Thank you, Vera. It's on Prime. Overcast at the moment in Durham, where John is. Hello, Durham. Rain tomorrow. Well, they kept saying that here. Rain, and it hasn't happened yet. It may do at some point. Good evening to my dear friend, DJ Chris Cross. Evening, Chris Cross. Hello. Chris Cross is here. That's DJ Chris, those of you that don't know. Star of karaoke, along with Maureen and Vera and other people as well. Hi, Chris Cross. Evening to you. Let's do something else, shall we? Get money for losing weight. Now, what do you think of this idea? Is this going to work? I don't think it'll work. I think people would do it, get the money, and then put the weight back on again. Do you know, now, funny, when I mentioned weight, do you know the first thing that suddenly went through my head? Cheese and onion crisps. What I could do with a bag of those at the moment. Cheese and onion crisps. Let's see where Greg is. Greg's in Hampshire. Oh, okay, Greg. Well, you're not too far away from my house then, in Bracknell in Berkshire. Hampshire. A lovely part of the world, isn't it? Fields and all that. Anyway, welcome along to the show, Greg. It's always a pleasure to have someone new along, okay? Once again, gang, if you're in the chat box and you're trying to talk to me, I'm afraid I'm not in that. To join in with the show, please send a text to 07451287337. Up there. Right, up there. Sorry, up there. Up there. Up there. Hang on. Look at my monitor. There it is. Or email at the bottom there, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk if you're abroad. And it won't cost you anything, all right? Yes, in the sun, families could have their fruit and vegetable intake monitored by an app under plans to tackle the UK's obesity crisis, it was reported. Now, I have a decent amount of fruit and vegetables. What have I had today, for example? What about you? If you're surviving on McDonald's in Kentucky, I mean, it's not good. Yeah, by all means, have one now and again. Maybe one. I mean, I don't know. I have this year, for some unexplained reason, started having McDonald's quite often. Now, when I say quite often, I don't mean twice a week. Okay, once a week. Once every 2 weeks. And I said to my mate, and it's with my mate usually, I said to my mate the other week, we need to cut down on this. We're having this every week. Like, that's a bad thing. One McDonald's per week is probably perfectly all right. I said I want to cut this back to one every 3 weeks. It's quite apart from, you know, I'm not saying the food is bad. I don't think it is bad, but it is, of course, if you have like a mono diet where you're eating the same thing all the time. That being said, I suppose if you were just eating vegetables all the time, is that okay? I don't know. Everything in moderation, isn't it? So we tried to cut back to sort of once every 2 or 3 weeks. So this morning I had fat-free yogurt, some porridge oats, a chopped up apples and blueberries. And then for lunch I had campfire stew, and that's got onions in it, loads of chilli, loads of garlic, chopped up peppers, corn cubes, chopped up carrot. Does it say chopped up onions? Something else in there. Can't remember what the other thing is now. Oh, just so much tomato stuff in there. It's unbelievable. Delicious. Oh, I made some for Stacey's mum the other day, actually. She wanted to try it out. She said it was too tangy. Well, I do like a bit of a flavour, don't you? It's like these people that buy, you know, number one cheese. Oh, what's the point of it? You can't taste the damn thing. You have extra mature. None of that French rubbish. Oh, it stinks. Oh, have you had French? There's a particular cheese in France that, well, all of it does, stinks. Nope, cheddar only, please. Number 3, extra mature. Number 5, extra mature. Yes. Dirt cheap in Lidl and Aldi cheese. Dirt cheap in comparison to Waitrose. Oh, blimey. Anyway, let's go back to this story in the Sun here. Families could have their fruit and vegetable intake monitored by an app under plans to tackle the UK's obesity crisis. It was reported. How much vegetables have you had today? Can I ask that? Or fruit? Tell me what you've had today for your meals. If you've got the time and the inclination to tap away, tell me what you've had today to eat and whether or not you think it's good or not. Tell me what you've had to eat today. I'm not saying that I have 5 portions a day because I don't think I do. I've probably had three and a half portions a day. But I've also got a lovely meal in the fridge that my nephew's wife cooked me last night when I went over there. It's like a shepherd's pie type thing, but with corn cubes instead of corn mince. It was absolutely delicious. And she usually does a big one, and I'll have half of it there and half of it. Well, I had 3/4 of it last night, and I've got a quarter of it tonight. But that's good because that'll be sort of only an hour or so before bedtime. It says the drastic measures are aimed at tackling the UK's dismal obesity levels. I'm one. I've got it round the waist, big time, mate. Big time. It's awful. I'm on the way to that 14 stone. I am. It's usually when I get to 14 stone, usually I kick back and I take action. I do. I'll join a Slimming World or something like that. And then I start looking. And remember, I lost a lot of weight. Do you remember that? It's taken about 3 years to put it all back on again. It's so difficult, isn't it? I know. Look at old Gemma Collins. We do have a laugh about Gemma Collins. But she keeps trying, doesn't she? And then she puts it back on again. Then she loses it, then on again. It's so difficult. So difficult. I do feel sorry for those people that just cannot do anything about it. You've seen them on the telly, haven't you? People that can't get out of the bed. They can't get out of the bed. They're just too big to stand up. You remember the lad? I think there was a boy. He wasn't that old. I think it was early 30s or late 20s. He had people going around. Then he'd literally sit in bed watching the telly, and he'd have a nurse come round to put cream on him because he was laying there and getting sores all over him. Put cream in the folds of fat. And he'd sit there, ring up for a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken and all this, and just sat there in bed all the time, just eating. And then he wanted to do something about it, and I think he started and then had a heart attack and died. It's terrible, really. Some people just cannot control it. It says 1 in 3 adults are overweight, I'm one, or obese, and 1 in 3 children are at that level by the time they leave primary school. Under the plan's family supermarket spending will be monitored with rewards for those who reduce their calorie intakes and buy more fruit and vegetables. People who increase their exercise by participating in organised events or walking to school will gain points on a new app. Do you think this will help? Basically getting paid to lose weight. I don't know. They'd get these points which could be exchanged for discounts, free tickets and other incentives. I mean, is one of those incentives a free ice cream? No, probably not. It comes after the Prime Minister blamed his weight for his serious COVID illness last year. He said there's a whole team in Downing Street working on this, and the Prime Minister thinks that we cannot simply go on as before. We must now tackle it head on. You know, if you're happy being enormously fat and overweight, then fine. Okay, that's fair enough. That's all right. You know, as long as you know about the health issues. But you don't, do you? Or you do, and you turn a blind eye to them. We all do that, don't we? There's something that we might be doing that might not be quite safe, like smoking. Oh, you know, it'd be okay. We do. We turn a blind eye to things that are bad for us that we want to carry on doing. Don't we? We choose to. It's like a bit like going to church. You know, bad people like me choose the bits that we like. You know. Oh, I know it says that in the Bible, but that'd be okay. Bit like that, and it's the same with doing things like eating excessively. You turn a blind eye because that bag of crisps or that bar of Galaxy chocolate is absolutely delicious, isn't it? It's really difficult. Really difficult. Boris Johnson has been on a rigorous diet and exercise programme, and it's likely he will play a leading role in fronting this whole campaign. You see, when it comes to the exercise thing, I'm certainly doing enough exercise. What, with all my walking, I go swimming every day now. Not so much this week, swimming every day, I don't think, because I've got things to do and what have you. I was going to sign up to the leisure centre here, because it's only £25 a month here. I was going to do that this week, but then I don't think I'm up here for 3 weeks after this, because obviously next week I wouldn't be up here anyway. And then the week after I've got an appointment, and the week after that I've got an appointment. So it seems a bit silly to just sign up for like 3 days of swimming and then not be here for three weeks. But it's much cheaper. £25 it is here. £25. That's all it is a month. If you do pay as you go, it's like £4.40. Well, you can work out yourself. You've only got to go twice a week to get that back. So Keith Mills, who founded Air Miles and Nectar customer loyalty programs, is advising the government on developing incentives and rewards to support people to eat better and move more. You see, they taught us, and then it goes on a little bit more. Don't think we need any more of that. Oh, wait, Singapore. There's a step challenge in Singapore, a nationwide physical activity program aimed at encouraging people to do more physical activity for money. I mean, they pay them to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose it's cheaper to spend a little money giving them, I don't know, a free bag of carrots every week. It's cheaper to do that than get them to spend a week in hospital having bits cut off and this, that and the other, and worse, dying. It's probably cheaper for them to do that, take action to stop it happening in the first place. Will that work? No, I don't know. Don't know. Chris Cross says the weather really bad here in London. Yeah, I don't know if you was with us earlier there. The tube station in Stratford's all underwater. Oh, he says here, in London, Stratford tube station was completely flooded, so no trains. Good job me and Maureen don't go to the karaoke tonight over there. Would have had to swim back. Oh, boy. Maureen, if you're going to the karaoke, is that Mary and Alan's karaoke? Pack a bikini, my love. Oh, Chris, you're not going to wear those Speedos, are you? Please, my love. Oh, my God, blimey. John Parrish, 4 chocolate ices, 2 jam donuts, cheese sandwich and chicken stew with rice. Yum, yum. Is that what you've had? Is that what you've had tonight? Andy tried halloumi cheese today. They smelt like sweaty socks. I couldn't eat them. You see, I really like that. Halloumi cheese. There's a place in Bracknell, Churchill's it's called. It's like a fish and chip shop. They do halloumi cheese burger and chips. Oh, it's delicious. Better than McDonald's. Oh, far better than McDonald's. Far better. Did I tell you we had the worst donuts ever the other day, me and my mate in Bracknell Town Centre? It's this little ice cream place which is set up. It was really hot this day. We actually went out just to get an ice cream, right? So this lady, she was so nice, a little old dear she is. She served us the ice cream, and I've got this. I've licked it, but of course she hasn't pushed it into the thing properly. So I've taken a. It was out of the whippy one, Mr. Whippy thing. So she's given me this ice cream, which is melting immediately. It was so hot. And I've licked. I must have put my tongue in too hard. To the ice cream. And the whole thing's come off. I just managed to catch it in me. This ice cream. And I pushed it back. And she said, oh, do you want me to do you another one? I said, no, it's all right. Don't worry, love. Of course, I've got ice cream all over my hands now. I pushed it so hard. I've got a very, very strong tongue, boys. Very strong tongue, boys. Look, like that one. And this thing fell off. I just caught it, stuck it back on, carried on eating. That was all. I don't know if there might have been something wrong with the machine. It was a bit hard, the ice cream. You know when you do a Mr. Whippy, you want it soft, don't you? It was a bit hard on the inside. So that was that. But then I saw her doing donuts, so we chose to have some donuts. Now, these are little round things, and you watch them putting in this frying oil or whatever it is. I've had them at Skegness before, and they're delicious. Delicious. Now, I don't usually buy myself any there. What happens is great niece Evie quite likes to have 4 donuts, but she never eats them. She always orders 4, these little ring things, and you get a bit of ice cream on each side. She never eats them all. Right? But you try and get one out of her when she's got all 4. No, you can't get them. In fact, last time she did that, she purposely bit out of all of them so that I wouldn't want one. Pfft, Didn't fool me. Didn't stop me, my love. Huh? So she walks along with these. This is in Skegness, eating it. And eventually she says, do you want that, Chris? Because she can't eat any more than 2. It's normally 2 she has. Then she can't eat any more. But when she's first got that plastic thing, there's 4 in there. You can't get them then. She won't let you have one. Oh, it don't matter the fact that I bleeping bought them. No. So sometimes I give her sweets. Yeah, I've got some sweets for you. She opens this bag. Can I have one? No. Well, I've just bought those. Halloumi cheese is all right. Quite like that. But these donuts, so we had some of these donuts. She was frying away, put them in the bag. So we're walking along past Phoenix and Marks and Spencer's. Gone down. We got Rainbow Stairs now in Bracknell, Vera. Rainbow Stairs. They've got this like it's artificial grass stuff. It is, and there's these stairs what come down like this, like outside, long stairs. You know, like so the shops are up here, and then Waitrose is down here. To get there, you come down these long stairs, and they're very long, wide. You come down. Oh, they're rainbow stairs now. They've put on different coloured artificial grass, yellow, pink, red, blue. Oh, let's jump on the gay bandwagon, shall we? Oh, it's so that we represent the gay community. You know what I mean. Anyway, so we're coming down these stairs. And then we thought we'd have a donut. They were the worst donuts I've ever had in my life. This is in Bracknell, not in Skegness. The Skegness ones are lovely. They were vile. And after I think I had half a donut and he had half and we chucked the rest away. They were absolutely vile. I don't know if she's not changed the oil or something. They were disgusting, those donuts. Awful things. I think the best donuts I've ever had are in Morrison's, the ones that are injected with jam. Morrison's donuts injected with jam. Very nice. I wonder if they'd be on the government scheme. Jam donuts. Yes, please. Don't mind a jam donut or two. Do you like jam donuts? Let's open the phone line now. Where is it? There you go. Phone line open. Is it on? It's on over there. Yeah, lines are open. If you want to call in, there's the phone number 0208 144 3477 for your phone calls. Or if you don't want to call in, that's fine as well. No problem at all, all right? Vera says, I had toast and a cup of tea at 8 o'clock for breakfast when I got home from work, 6:30. 2 veggie burgers and beans. Very, very good beans. Beans are very good. And that's all she's had. Do you only have 2 meals a day, Vera? Do you know what I had before I came on today? Ice cream. From Lidl. Cookies and cream. A great big thing, £1.79. Skegness ice cream and donuts, delicious. Bracknell ice cream, too hard. Donuts, vile. Shania, thunder and lightning on the Isle of Wight. Oh my God, blimey. Have you got a lightning dissipator thing on the top of your house, Shania? Get Callum to stand out away from the house with his hand out like that, so that if the lightning comes to your house, it hit him instead of the house, and your house will be safe. How fabulous is that? Chris Cross said, at least I can get into my Speedos. Really? Okay, put them on and send us a photo. Let's have a look. Chop, chop. Chop, chop, dear. Chop, chop. I said that to someone at the estate agent once. She was being a bit slow. I said, come on, chop, chop. She goes, I will not chop, chop. I know, terrible. I just like winding people up sometimes. Do you know who I like upsetting? People who think they're important. Walking around with clipboards. Very, very important. Me and my mate have gone up to people in stores. I think it's happened in Waitrose, you know. We know most of the staff in Waitrose, but, you know, sometimes you get someone in a suit. Usually, actually, a young woman. She's walking around with a clipboard. And you can see her moaning at people. Excuse me, can we ask you, are you an important person? What do you mean, are you an important person here? Oh, well, I do. Oh, we thought you was an important person. Thank you ever so much. And we just walk off. And they stand there looking at us bemused. Oh, what's life if you can't have a laugh, eh? Chris reckons I need a large black plastic bag. Yeah, put that over your head and put tape round and watch your supper go. I think it's called breath control. Look that one up on those dodgy websites that you look at, Chris. Adrian said the best donuts I have is in New Orleans in a French Quarter in a Cafe Del Mar. That sounds nice. I must admit, I don't have many donuts. When I say I have donuts in Skegness, it's like once every few weeks. It's not often at all. So disappointed with those ones that we had at that other place. Adrian says, your mate might prefer McDonald's compared to your cooking. How rude. Perhaps that's why your campfire casseroles might be the answer why McDonald's is nicer. I love my campfire casseroles, thank you very much. Very tasty. In fact, that's what I had this afternoon. Campfire stew with rice. Delicious. He doesn't like anything like that, actually. He doesn't like anything that's spicy. Actually, the last one I did one here. That's what I've had took it out of the freezer today. Last time I was here, I did one. And the trouble is the whole caravan fills with the smell of these spices. I went round to my nephew's house and his wife says, have you been to an Indian? She says, you absolutely stink of like Asian food. At which point, when she was up here, because I'd just had my dinner, so my breath would have been all garlicky. Maureen likes the smell of garlic on breath. I remember her telling me that some time ago. Adrian's lost weight, 13.5 kilograms. I've got another 2 kilograms to hit my second target. What's that, kilograms? Don't talk to me in foreign, darling. Kilograms? What's that? I don't know what it is. What's that? Stones and pounds. This is the UK, dear. Stones and pounds. Kilograms. Where are you coming from, love? Vera. I don't want to see DJ Chris in Speedos. Oh, you as well, darling. You as well, love. Thank you very much. Chris, yeah, I doubt that very much. That won't happen, Chris. No, I'm not reading that out. All right, let's move on, gang. We've done that one now. Do you go to car boot sales? Now, I asked this. I was very exciting the other day. Have you ever been to a car boot sale? Do you ever go there? Done one of those? I know lots of people that go to those. Actually, my sister goes to them, I think, funnily enough. My sister goes, have you ever been to a car boot sale? What do you buy? Or have you ever found something perhaps unusual that you've actually bought at a car boot sale? Let us know. Text 07451 287 337. You can call in as well if you want. 0208 144 3477 is my local London phone number. It's a London phone number, okay? How am I not in London? I've got a London. It's all in the cloud, dear. It's in the cloud. Look up that up. Clouds. It comes down from the cloud and here to Lincolnshire. It's very clever. Very, very clever. Yeah, car boot sales. I think I've been to 1 or 2. I don't remember buying stuff, but you can get all sorts of things there. I think my nephew's been to a couple as well. My brother-in-law certainly has. They've bought stuff like record players, old-fashioned record players. Now, what's the brand of that record player? It's like a carry-around one. My brother-in-law bought it and done it up, basically. Put some new capacitors and things like that in there and got it working. Wonderful. Wonderful. And sold it on. Sold it on for a profit. Why not? I just dropped something then. What was that? Sold it on for a profit. Other members of the family, yeah, they've gone to car boot sales. Have you ever been to a car boot sale? What did you buy? Anything exciting? Perhaps you just pick up knickknacks and there's nothing there in particular you want. Some people go to car boot sales and there's specific things they're looking for. They're looking for things. I'll tell you what they're looking for. They're looking for things that they know are valuable, but you may not. You may not know that they're valuable. You know? You may not know they're valuable. That's just how it is. That's what they do. What about you? Car boot sale at all? I asked this because yesterday, when I got up yesterday morning, I sort of out the front there. I thought, what's that noise there? The 2 caravans down the end. Everyone on these caravans is lovely, including the lady next door there. Everyone. There's not anyone who's horrible here or makes a lot of noise or anything like that. The two down the end, I poked my head out the door, and there's all these tables and trellises out there. I thought, what's going on there? So you know me, dear. You know me. I have to find out. So I put a pair of slippers on and I walked down. I said, and Ken is the old boy, sits down there. He's 80, bless his heart, a bit deaf now. Lovely man. He still likes to do his bit of DIY. And he's sitting there. He's got this old radio blaring, Ken. I said, all right, Ken, what's going on here? Oh, we're just selling a few bits and pieces. Basically, they've done a car boot sale outside their caravans, him and their neighbours. There's all these like little knickknacks on tables, little bits of china sort of things, and there was some clothes hanging up. They kind of had this like clothes hanger type thing, which they sort of tied up. And every now and again, it just fell over and all the stuff fell out onto the... But it was dry and sunny, so that's okay. And this radio, he said, we're selling bits and pieces. Here you go. You can have that radio if you want, £8. I don't need a radio. I've got my little smart speakers now. Does anyone have a radio anymore? I've got 2 lovely Roberts radios. Don't use them. Don't use them. Got all this smart speakers and all that. One of my Roberts radio can actually get internet radio. How fantastic is that? Actually, Reach on Air, would I be able to get Reach on Air on there? Actually, come to think of it, I must try and set that up. I bet it sounds really good out of that. Not that it doesn't sound bad out of my smart speakers. Works well. Still not able to work that Reach on Air with the smart speaker alarm thing for some reason. Don't know why that is. So we're having a little car boot sale out there. Have you ever done a car boot sale, anyone? Shania says Callum is offended. Oh, he's not watching this. He's out partying somewhere, isn't he? Isn't he out on a party? What's wrong with him? He's usually out every night getting drunk now, isn't he? He's taken the dark side, hasn't he? The dark side. David in Hemel, first time I've spoken to you on the phone. Can you turn your camera off, Dave? Hello? Can you hear me? No. No. Can't hear you. No. Okay. Let's turn that off. Right, if you're going to call in, don't send your video, okay? He did try and call in then. For some reason, he's got his video. Don't send your video because we've only got so much bandwidth here. And I can't put your video on there anyway, my darlings, all right? Adrian, 2.2. He's lost 2.2 stone. That's all right, isn't it? 2.2 stone. Can't complain at that, my friend. Eh? Well done for you. Gary Ross used to do car boot sales about 16 years ago. Do you make lots of money on that? It's just whatever you make is good, isn't it? Because it's just stuff that you don't want anymore. I tend to give stuff away, to be honest, when I've had enough of it. You know. Do you know what I think we'll do now? Raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle ticket? Come on. Who wants a raffle ticket? You can win one of those. The draw is on Thursday. If you want a raffle ticket, ask now. Okay? Ask now. Daniel Woodhouse is calling in. That works quite well. That works quite well because now, while you're sending in your text for the raffle tickets, I can talk to Daniel as well. Good evening, Daniel.
Evening, Chris.
And other good news, Daniel. I have a new tin of mints. A brand new tin of mints here to listen to your goings on, dear.
Oh.
Is that exciting?
It's so exciting. Which mints have you got?
They're the ones.
Mints.
They're the ones from Aldi.
Mints.
They're not very dear. I can't get the damn thing open now. Hang on a minute. Why not come over? Oh, nearly had a blooming tooth out then. Always worry, you know, when you're trying to open something with your teeth like plastic. I don't want to swallow a bit of plastic, you see. I can't get these open now.
Ooh.
Blimey.
I think of a joke.
Fairly hard they are. Hang on a minute. Why can't I hear you very well?
Oh, I might have to do the old changeover.
No, not you. Not you. It's my end. It's my end. Right. Okay, send in your request. Oh, there we go. I got it. Send in your request for the raffle tickets, and I'll give you your numbers after we've finished talking to Daniel. All right? What's new, Daniel?
Mum says I've got to temporarily disconnect
your head from your body?
No, dismantle the railway.
Dismantle the railway?
Yeah, she
Why is that
wants to
then?
put. She wants to give me a new parquet floor.
A new parquet? You don't mean parquet, do you? You mean the laminate?
I mean, well, she says it's wooden floor, but
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to afford parquet. That's really expensive. You mean laminate
uh,
floor, which is like
oh,
parquet. It's like parquet,
oh,
but it's good for poor people like you or me.
all right.
We can't afford parquet. Do you know what? Do you know what I've suddenly got a taste in my mouth for? McDonald's. Isn't that funny? As we were talking about that, I've suddenly got
I
that
was
taste
going
in
to
my
have it
mouth.
this morning.
Eh?
I was going to have it this morning.
Oh, were you? What? In the morning, McDonald's? Oh yeah, I suppose they do
Yeah,
breakfasts and all
yeah,
that.
the
Don't they?
breakfast
Yeah, okay, yeah,
menu.
yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there had been a stabbing in Mumford.
A stabbing? What?
Wait,
Another one?
yeah,
Oh God! Has someone died?
yes. No, fortunately, it was not life-threatening injuries, but the whole of South Street pub end was cordoned off.
Right.
I did, however, though, when I got reacted, I was had to walk round the back, you see.
Yes.
And when I got round there, I saw the cordon from the other side, you see.
Yes.
And I took great pleasure in watching this bearded woofter of a bloke. He decided to actually dive under the cordon, and this policeman saw him, and he went, "Get back!
Oh, what an
Get
idiot!
back!"
What an idiot! Why would you do that? Those
Yeah, I
bloody
know.
bits of lines are for public safety. It's like these idiots that run across train lines.
And he really had to like shoo him out the way.
Oh, very
It
foolish.
took a lot of effort to try and shoo him.
Yeah.
I know. I took great pleasure in watching that, though.
Should have videoed it. Could have got a few views with that.
I know.
Mind
I
you,
said,
don't let them see you doing the video. They might attack you, my love.
Well, I know there's that. Yeah, normally I do have some sort of form of discretion.
Discretion.
You
Is that a word? That's
oh,
quite a good word. Discretion. Yeah.
form of discretion when I'm videoing anything. Really. Can be very good at making out that I'm doing a text when really I'm videoing.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you're having a parquet flooring or laminate flooring, that'd be quite good to put your train set on there. You'd need some of that foam underlay, wouldn't you?
Well, actually, on the floor, you mean?
Yeah. Mind you, that
No,
wouldn't be much fun to work it. Crouching
no, I
down
want it
all the time.
I have to have it on tables.
Yeah.
I
I remember the very first train set I got. I remember that I was 16. It was a Christmas morning. I woke up, took this train set out. Oh, the smell as you take off the plastic, the smell. And set it up on the carpet and round it went. It was just the best Christmas present ever.
Been going a bit. Oh wow, that smell comes out the motor, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. And if you think of, what was it you said that you've still got the old in HST or the Flying Scotsman? You can't get it
Intercity 125, I think it is. Yeah, I had that out a couple of weeks ago. It struggled to move. I must admit, it was struggling to move.
Have you cleaned it?
No, I haven't done anything to it at all. Nothing to it.
What you got to do is get meths and douse a cloth in meths, and then rub that over the track.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's normally grease on the track,
right,
and grease on the electrical pickup wheels of the train.
Okay.
If you turn your motor car upside down,
yes,
you will notice that you've obviously got the one where the motor is,
yes,
and the other end, which is on the. I think on either side you'll see there's tyres, they're rubber tyres.
Right.
Okay. So what you've got to do is take the wheels that are opposite those tyres with your meths cloth and use it with a finger and then press on that and push the wheels round yourself and then gradually that'll get a load of grease off there as well.
Okay, yeah.
So that's most likely grease.
It hadn't been out for years, I must say. I've got a few little engines. I'm aware you can actually send them away and get them completely serviced and all that if you don't want to do it yourself, can't you? And that sort of thing. I think they're great fun, electric trains. But you've got to put when you're getting this laminate floor. When's that coming then?
Well, I don't know. My mum says she's just She says she wants to get it done. I'm,
Okay, lovely.
just let things go. I've still got my photography stuff still
Mm.
going. I'm gonna have all these slides and negatives
Have you got
scanned.
carpet at the moment? Have you?
Yes, it's just all carpet
Mm.
that's
See,
probably had all the
to be
dust.
to be fair to your mum there, the whole wooden laminate floor, that's the modern thing. I personally prefer a carpet. I do prefer a carpet myself.
Yeah, well then I was wondering if we've got a solid floor, then we can.
Well, you get some
I'm put,
people, they put laminate floor down and then buy rugs. Well, what's the point then?
oh,
I prefer, and I don't care how old the carpet is. I'm not bothered about colours and all that business. In actual fact, one of the flats, my flats, which still hasn't let out yet. One of the sticking points is this carpet. It's got a red carpet in it, like not red, burgundy, like a dark red carpet in it, and it does put off a lot of people. The problem is it's a really good carpet, and there's no wear in it at all, and I'm a bit, to pull it up just because it's the wrong colour is just such a waste to me. I can't bear stuff being wasted. If it's not worn out, and I'm like, well, it's not worn out, and the estate agent's saying, really, you need to change. This is what most people say. They don't like the colour of the carpet.
because the best thing about a parquet floor though would be to put your best shoes on, and then you can put on your white tie, put up your top hat, put on your towels, and then you can do your Fred Astaire.
Put it on the top hat, put it on my towels. Da, 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 da,
I've got the
da.
cane as well.
Can you talk for a moment? I just want to turn off my air conditioner. I'm getting a bit cold. 1 minute.
All right, go on, you do that. Yeah, so yeah, I've got the cane as well,
Oh, is it?
which is the cane, yes.
Sorry? I'm ready
So
now. I'm back.
on my top hat,
Aye?
putting on my white tie, putting on my towels, da da da. I'm doing up my shirt front, doing up my shirt studs, polishing my nails. I'm stepping out to smell the week. I can't remember the rest now.
It sounded very nice, darling.
Yeah.
It sounded very nice, Daniel.
There gets to a point of the day, Chris, where my mind, I think of everything else during the day. And
What do you mean you think of everything else during the day?
I think of everything in the day, and then after 6 o'clock, the brain just turns over on it to its other side.
Yeah.
And it just, there's the brain, like the brain with no thinking brain.
Funny
where
that,
it
isn't it?
doesn't think. It just lollops on the sofa as I am now. I'm just here in my pants with a towel on, and wrapped in swaddling clothes, just like the baby G's was all those years ago.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you tonight, Daniel.
Yes.
Have you finished, or is there anything else that you'd like to say today?
I think
I'm willing to give you another moment or two today, darling. I'm going to extend your time today.
You're putting me on the spot now.
5 seconds. 4,
4,
3,
3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Daniel.
No,
Bye-bye.
Bye, Chris.
What on earth is we going on to that tonight, bless his heart? We do like a call from Daniel, don't we, eh? Right, who wants a raffle ticket? Let's do this. Diane Jebb. Ticket number 49. Shania Steele. Ticket number 48. Oh, and Shania says something. She says, I wouldn't be put off with a burgundy carpet. No, neither would I be, Shania. But that's the one thing that comes up. Don't like the carpet. I'm like, I could carpet it for, I don't know, 400 quid probably, the whole place. But it's a really good quality. It's not new, that carpet. Carpet's got to be about 18 years old. but it's not worn anywhere. Funny, isn't it? Good quality carpet. I hate wasting things, Shania. John Paris, ticket number 50, please. Thank you, John. Maureen, ticket number 52. Rumble Bumble. Hello, Rumble Bumble. Ticket number 53 from Mr. Rumble Bumble. Rumble Bumble says, listening to you while servicing my motorbike, ready for my Scotland wild camping trip next Sunday. I hope the weather clears up a bit for you. Getting a little bit excited. Of course you are. How excited are you, Mr. Rumble Bumble? Has a little bit of wee come out? That happens, doesn't it? When you get excited or laughing, or a little bit of wee comes out, doesn't it? Why is that? Why is that? I think great nephew Harry, when he gets very excited, he farts. And then we all get coronavirus. Thank you, Rumble Bumble. Did I give you your number there, sir? Number 53 for you. Vera. Ticket number 51 for Vera. And she says, I live in a block of flats and carpet cushions to the sound of the floor. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's awful if you're living downstairs and the person upstairs, wooden floors in a conversion flat, you know, a conversion house which has been made into flats. Awful. Awful. And Gary Ross, ticket number 54. Gary says, throw a cheap mat over the carpet. I think I should do something like that. They're all going in here. Oops. All going here. See, there's all the other ones from earlier in the week. There you go. Now, if you're with the radio show tomorrow morning, you'll be able to have a raffle ticket, okay? Don't forget, join me there tomorrow morning. Reach on air with Chris Reardon. Reach on air tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Same as tonight. When I say, who wants a raffle ticket? You text in, I'll give you a number. And someone will win this wonderful sticker, okay? Lucky old things you are. Vera says, in regards to carpet, if you kill someone, the blood won't show up. She's happy, isn't she? Blimey. Sod sharing a place with her. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Please speak now, my darlings, or forever hold thy tongue. Let's take another call, finishing 86. I don't know who that is, so let's see who that is. Who's on the line, please?
Hello, it's Steve.
Steve? Hello, Steve. Steve Murray?
Yes, hello.
Hello, Steve. All right. You haven't had a raffle ticket. Would you like a raffle ticket, dear?
Yeah, why not?
Ticket number 55. Make sure you write down the number, my love.
I won't forget that, 55.
Okay.
You know, the reason I called is about the car boot sale, Chris. I went to one this morning.
You went to where?
A car boot sale this morning.
All right, yeah. Go on. What do you have to be there early, don't you?
Well, got there about 8 o'clock, and it was absolutely rammed with people selling and people buying.
Wow.
And not been to one for many years, but it was fun. There was lots of rubbish there, but then there was also like these traders. They sell new stuff, but a lot cheaper. So I managed to pick up some real bargains too.
Go on. What did you get?
So I got something really good because obviously I'm still building this bus.
Yes.
This thing, so
Yeah.
it's kind of ongoing. So
How's
there's some
your diesel-
stuff that they use.
You don't need your
Pardon?
diesel heater at the moment, do you?
No, I actually turned it on actually a couple of days ago. So I'm at this at the moment, and I knocked it on in the middle of that bloody heat wave. Wow, I was wondering why it was all of a sudden even hotter, and then luckily I caught sight of it and I turned the bloody thing on. It's belting out heat ridiculously. So yeah, I had to
Very efficient, though, aren't they? Very efficient, those diesel heaters.
They are very good. I wish I'd have spoken to you, Chris. You should have one for your caravan.
Well, it's funny you should say that. My nephew was actually offered one free of charge because he does these videos, doesn't he? A company offered him one free of charge, and he said to me, do you want a diesel heater? He said, I've got to make a video. I could put that in for you completely free of charge so he could make his video. And I thought about it. And then I'm like, have you got to put holes in the caravan? And he said, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, I don't know, because I've got a few holes in the caravan already, so I chose not to in the end.
But it's all out the floor, Chris. It's not like in the walls or anything.
So it goes
No,
underneath?
Yeah, it goes underneath because you basically have an intake and an exhaust, and they both go underneath. Small holes, maybe I don't know, 10 centimeters, not even that. They're small holes, 2 small holes, and basically they go out. And then wherever you put your ducting for the ventilation, that's obviously you have to make. You have to plumb that in somewhere. So obviously, depending on where you want it, would determine if you have any extra holes.
Yeah.
In well, it varies wherever you put it. I've got one central vent for mine. It comes straight through, and it comes to the middle of the bus itself.
Right.
And it is phenomenal. I mean, literally, I can cut it on within 2-3 minutes. You start to feel very warm.
Yes.
Very good, and
Right.
very economical too. Do you pay for electricity at your site?
Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well, you would drastically reduce that if you were using electricity to heat, your space, your unit.
Right.
They are so economical, and you can of course buy red diesel as well, which is much cheaper.
Yes,
it's like
I know about that. Yeah.
75p
Never
a
put it in your
litre
car.
instead of. Oh yeah, you can't put it in your car, no, but you can definitely put it in the diesel heaters. Unfortunately, mine's attached to the fuel tank. Mine comes through the main fuel tank, so I have to stick with white. So,
Yeah.
but nevertheless, it's still much more efficient than anything else that I tried. So I highly recommend it. If your nephew wants to do it, I would.
Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate
I
that.
definitely do it. And so the car boot sale.
Yeah. Tell us more about that. Yeah.
Well, it was lovely because the weather actually where this bus is right now is pretty good. So it was quite warm and dry all day. So I just spent an hour or two maybe walking around this huge field in the middle of nowhere, and just full of people, going and buying and selling bargains. But this particular stuff that I got, I usually pay £12 a tub for this stuff, and I managed to get it for £3. It was amazing.
What was that then?
It's called Sikaflex. They use to. It's called Sikaflex. This is something you might want to keep in as well. It's good for leaks or sealing stuff or bonding stuff.
Okay.
Like I've just finished fitting the toilet and the shower on this bus now, and the hot water heater, so that's all done. But I haven't quite finished waterproofing the bathroom yet, which is what I needed that for. So yeah, that's what I wanted it for. But it's almost there. I heard you talking recently about if you could have something with a loo on it and a shower, and I thought, well, that's coincidental. I'm just building this in, so.
I'd love a vehicle that I'd love a vehicle that whenever like I'm going to work through the streets of London, and if I get desperate, I can just pull over for 5 minutes, go and use the toilet, and then carry on with my journey.
Oh yeah, no problem. Well, Chris, you could have a full-on shower in the back of this thing now. It's got hot, cold water running, and the shower's pretty good power as well. I bought this really strong water pump.
Brilliant.
And it felt out, feels like a power shower. So
yes,
you can definitely do it. So maybe maybe I'm moving this. I think in a couple of months' time, I'm moving it a bit closer to home.
Okay.
There's a bit of a mission to keep coming up to where it is at the moment to work on it. Right. So I want to move it a little bit closer to London, and just so I haven't got so far to travel to do whatever I'm doing to it, and it's easier for getting it for weekends away and stuff. But maybe you could see it at some point then, and you could. I think it's going to be Crystal Palace for a little while. So.
Oh, are you in South East London? Are you?
This isn't in South East London yet, but I'm hoping it will be.
Well,
at the moment, I'm in South London. So.
Yeah, I used to do a karaoke in Sydenham. It's just down the road from Crystal. It's not far from Crystal Palace.
I know Sydenham. Yeah, I've got some friends down there. Yeah. It's actually Sydenham is one of the most unaffected areas of London, isn't it, in terms of pricing and. It's not quite been gentrified yet, has it?
No. It's all right there. The place was called the Golden Lion. It's another Golden Lion. I've worked at about 3 or 4 Golden Lions.
I might have been there, Chris. I may well have been there. I can't remember. Oh, yeah.
Lovely garden. It's next to the Audi. Next to Audi.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. Usually you're too drunk to remember these things, You remember those nights that...
Have you ever found anything valuable at a car boot sale at all?
Pardon, Chris?
Have you ever found anything valuable at a car boot sale?
Well, I'm not a regular guy. This is I kind of went today just with a couple of people that were going there, and they asked me, so I didn't know it was there. So I'm not a regular, but I've heard that you can get some amazing stuff there, and there was some stuff that was just ridiculously cheap if you needed it. But I don't really want to buy stuff for the sake of it, so I just kind of it was just stuff that I needed, and I thought, wow, that's so cheap. I've got to have that. So
Yeah.
I got a couple of things,
That's
and
like
some dog treats.
it's like people that go into the pound shop. They don't actually want anything, and they come out there with 20 quid's worth of stuff and say, "Look what I've got for 20 quid." Well, what did you actually
Yeah,
want?
yeah,
Nothing, but it was so
yeah.
cheap I bought it. You know, then
Uh,
it's cost you money, isn't it?
Chris, my granddad was always like that.
Right.
Steve, we'd have a guessing game before he told me.
Sorry, could you say that again? We lost you then. Say that again.
I said, my granddad, every time I'd see him, he'd pull out something he bought from one of these shops and have a guessing game about how much it cost. And then, of course, it sat in the cupboard unused for years. I think they cleared it out when they died.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of those, lots of junk.
I think I'd quite like to go to a car boot sale and have another look around again.
Pardon, Chris?
Quite like to go to a car boot sale and have another look around at some point, I suppose. I remember...
Yeah, if you've got the weather.
Well, I remember coming home from doing this... Oh, God, this is a long time ago. It's got to be about 15 to 20 years ago. Going past a school in Chiswick. It was just over... Sorry, let me just say. It's just over Chiswick Bridge. There's a school on the left after you've gone through a couple of sets of traffic lights. I think it was an all-girls school. And it was... It was 3:30 in the morning, and already this queue of cars was building up, waiting to get in to the school to set up.
Oh, wow.
It was 3:30 in the morning, and this queue was going right. They obviously knew that they had to be there early. I presume the earlier you are, the better pitch you get. Would that be right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine. Well, apparently this thing started maybe 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And so, I mean, I got there quite late, so I imagine perhaps I'd missed quite a lot of stuff that had already gone, because one of the people on the stalls was telling me that they have lots of people who come very first thing, as they're unpacking their car, they're not going to go before they...
Right.
So, a lot of people who there was best, I guess. But as I say, I got there maybe at 8 o'clock or something.
8 o'clock's all right. It's not too bad, is it, mate? That's all right.
Okay, you know, as I say, I picked up a couple of bargains, which I needed, and...
Oh, you're breaking up quite badly there, Steve.
Sorry, Chris, I'm out in the middle of bloody nowhere.
Oh, yeah? Never mind.
This farm that I'm at the moment. But anyway, listen, I'll leave you to it on that note, just in the interest of maintaining
high-quality telephone calls.
Speak to you. Well, obviously, it's very soon. I'm going to be home, I think, next before I head back up to this bus.
Say that again?
I'm going to be home in a couple of weeks for...
that's really bad now, Steve. We can't really see you here.
Oh,
I'll let you go there, all right?
Okay, love it.
Bye now, Steve. Bye. There we are, Steve calling in. Sorry, we kind of lost that connection completely there, really, didn't we? Now, did we do all the raffle ticket? Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Last chance. Tell me if you want a raffle ticket. Evening to Jason Hughes. Hello to... Oh, there's my nephew, Gary. I have a loo in my van. No, you haven't. No, you've got plastic bags in your van, Gary. I do know about that. Thank you very much. Last chance for a raffle ticket, nice and quickly. And anyone else want to call in? Nice and quickly, my darlings, and then we'll close the phone line in a moment. Just a reminder, gang, if you call in while someone else is on the phone, I can't get that, okay? Jason Hughes wants a raffle ticket. Ticket number 56 for Jason Hughes. 56. Anyone else want to call in? Call in now before that phone line will close shortly. Ticket number 56 for Mr. Jason Hughes. There you go. All right, Jason. In the pot for you. In the pot for you. Strange things found on a Scottish bench. Thanks very much to Gary Ross for sending in this particular story. It's in the Scottish Sun. Did you know? I didn't even know they had their own version of the Sun. Apparently they do. The Scottish Sun. And it says Scots have, and there's a picture of a bench, like a park bench. And it's got all these weird things on it. Strange things. Adult things. Scots have been left tickled after stumbling over an X-rated scene by a former Aberdeenshire railway line the other morning. A joker who planted a adult toy. Mucky things, dear. Adult toy. Also a thong, a towel, and a pair of nude tights. Has been causing a ruckus after staging the items on a bench along a walkway where the D-side tracks used to run. I expect someone's there with a camera somewhere, a hidden camera, recording people's faces as they go past. The oddball site has been the source of laugh-out-loud debate, generating over 1,000 comments after a snap was posted on the Fubar News Facebook page. Horrified admins have been asking for help in puzzling out who's behind the now viral prank, writing D-side railway line this morning. If anyone knows what happened, please don't tell us. Oh, don't. I've found a couple of things on my litter picking expeditions in Bracknell before. Terrible things that cannot be mentioned on this programme until after 10 o'clock. They added, here for the comments, plus curious if anyone did not know how they ended up there, I'd be wearing 8 pairs of gloves before removing them. Oh, just pick them up and wash your hands afterwards. Actually, great niece Evie and Harry, they like litter picking with me. They love it. And they row about how long someone's had, because we only had the one litter picker. How long, because Evie's had that now for 11 minutes. She's only supposed to have it for 10 minutes. It's a bit like that, it is. And Evie, is it my turn yet? No, he's got another 3 minutes. It's hilarious. They row over everything. Well, you know, we were playing that game the other day. We were playing on a game the other day, and I don't think we did the video, this one. I can't remember now. But anyway, so we got this game set out, and Evie's there. Harry hadn't decided whether or not he wants to play it. So me and Evie are going to play this game. So she got the counters out. What one do you want to be, Chris? I'm going to be red. Okay, I'll be green, whatever. I'll be green. Harry's I want to play. Yeah, okay then. What colour do you want to be? And I said, Evie's red and I'm green. I want to be red. They row about everything. You don't want to be red. It's girl's colour. You need to be blue or black. Which one? I'll be blue. Okay. I know, I think he was black, actually. The story goes on. Hundreds of people have shared the post of the strange things on the bench, with one woman dubbing the site a modern art installation. Another bloke says he thinks the wind-up scenes should stay there as a permanent feature, as it certainly brightens up the area. Maybe it's a dogging place, I don't know. Most have found the funny side of it, with one lass tagging a pal writing, "Is this where you left your stuff yesterday?" Don't worry, I've heard it's been handed into the lost and found. So why don't people see the funny side of that sort of thing? Funny, isn't it? Hello, Tony. Tony King's there, number 57 for you. Thank you, Tony. Tony King, number 57. That's the last ticket we'll give out tonight. Thank you, Tony. No more tickets. You're too late now. Let me just see if anyone emailed in for one. No. Okay. Thank you, Tony. Don't forget you can have another ticket tomorrow morning if you're with us on the radio show when I say, does anyone want a ticket? Not before. Okay. The reason for that, incidentally, was we used to email in tickets and all sorts of ways of doing it. But it was a bit open to abuse, to be honest, and people would change names and do different emails and they wouldn't even be there watching the show. That's the whole thing it is. It's for people who are watching the show, you know. Why else would you give it out? Rat Attack. What's the time? Ooh. Rat Attack. I don't know if I can believe this story. It's another one from The Sun today. And it says a mum has claimed... I don't know if I can believe this. A mum has claimed she was attacked by more than 100 rats that chewed her arm and legs during a nighttime stroll through a West London park. I get the feeling she just wants to be in the papers, a little bit like Thomas Markle. What do you reckon? This lady says there was a sea of rats moving through the grass and they attacked her while she was walking through Blondin Park in Northfields, Ealing at 9 o'clock on Monday night. What's she doing going through parks and fields late at night? God. I've never seen that many animals, let alone rats. It was disgusting, the mum of one said. I can't be sure, but I thought there was easily over 100. I felt like I was going to be sick. Here we go. Here it comes. They were crawling on my legs and I had to kick them off. It was just getting dark, so it was hard to see where they were coming from. I think it's a disgrace. They were nibbling on my feet and trying to run up my body. It needs to be sorted. I'm having trouble believing this story. What do you think? Can that actually happen? I mean, she might well have seen rats. But would they have been, and I quote, nibbling on her feet and trying to run up my body? I doubt that, darling. It says the 43-year-old was left riddled with bite marks and bruises to her legs and arm, but didn't sustain any significant injuries. That's quite bad being bitten by a rat, is it? Don't they carry some sort of disease, Viles disease? Do they carry diseases, rats? I think they must do, don't? Well, they got ugly faces. I had teeth like that. The London mum said she'd regularly ventured into the park without ever seeing a rat until that fateful evening last week on July the 19th. Now Susan wants others to know about her ordeal and says parents need to be careful with children in the park. Gosh. Do you believe her? I mean, if you were walking, would rats come over to you? But I don't think they would. They'd run away, wouldn't they? Remember that book, The Rats? James Herbert, wasn't it? The Rats. We were obsessed by that book at school. An Ealing Council spokesperson said, encounters with rats and other potential pest species are clearly unpleasant for anyone involved. Please take home all litter. That's what's doing it, you see. Dirty, disgusting people are dropping their blooming litter all over the place. Awful. Awful. Vera reckons 100, more like one. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen more than one rat before. Have you? I've never seen hundreds of rats. I have seen rats, even in London. I've seen rats run across the road occasionally. I have seen that. I'm just going to finish off with this story here. And you may have seen it in my list of things. And I've nearly lost £118. I was shocked while I was at my nephew's house last night. And we're going to close that phone line now as well, okay? So don't call in now. Okay? Phone line now closing. Goodbye. Lines are closed. Told you should have called in earlier. That's it. Yeah, I was sitting at my nephew's house last night and I saw my phone flash up. And all I saw was, I saw flash up £18 or something like that. I thought, oh, that must be one of the things going on. I'm thinking, I wonder, what was that for then? Anyway, so I opened up the phone and it wasn't it was £118. And I'm like, what on earth is that for? And it was for AV virus software. And I thought I'd never paid £118 for virus software. I mean, I used to have McAfee, right? But they put their prices right up. And it got to silly money, like over £100. The funny thing was the McAfee one, if you let it run out and you still haven't renewed it, they the day after it run out, they'd come back to you with 50% off. I mean, what a bloody scam all this stuff, isn't it? Anyway, AV, £118. I thought, how has this happened? And it says recurring transaction. I thought, well, I don't remember ticking any boxes. And you see, this is the problem with some of this stuff. You sign up to this stuff and automatically you're on a recurring payment. You don't have to opt in. It's a bit like some of these blooming insurance things. Car insurance and stuff like that. When it comes up for renewal, you're likely to get a message saying, we have taken this amount. No one's told you it's coming out. Well, that was the case with this AV software. Anyway, so I immediately there was an email thing. I sent them an email straight away saying, please refund this immediately. I don't remember clicking a recurring thing or anything like that. To be fair to them, they replied in half an hour, telling me that I had replied to their thing on a different email address. Please, can you confirm what the email address of the account is? So then I had to wait till I got back here to the caravan, to the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex, at which point I come straight in here and emailed them back with the correct email, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. So I sent that off to them. And then they came back to me, okay, thank you very much. Can we ask some questions? What was the amount for? What was the date of the amount? And all this business. So I've filled in all that. This all happened very quickly. And then each time I sent them an email, you'd get a receipt saying, thank you, we've received your email, we'll get back to it. And then within 20 minutes, I got another email back again. So this went on for a couple of hours. Then they sent a thing back saying, oh, please, we're very concerned that you don't want us, we're very concerned you might pick up a virus. Please reconsider. No, please do the refund. And then they came back to us and said, I have now given you a free, we have now refunded 50% of your bill straight away. We've also added some extra things. Please reconsider staying with us. And I'm like, no, cancel the thing. So then it came back and it says, hello, and another name. Wasn't my name. And I checked the email address and all that. Anyway, to finish off the story, eventually they said, okay, we will refund. This will be with you within 5 days. Why is it always 5 days that these things take to come back? 5 days, 12 days, whatever. Someone just pushes a button and the money should go back instantly, shouldn't it? But no, so now I lose £118 for a few days until they put it. £118. I looked at the history of my total AV. The last time it was 20 quid. How is it now 118? Greedy bastards. No, not paying it. I just have now the Microsoft Defender. It's a free thing that they get. My nephew, he's got a free. They have McAfee free with a BT broadband. I think you may well have one yourself. £118. And it comes up straight on your thing here. You see, comes up on here. Let's see if I can show it to you without giving all my secrets away. A minute. Total AV. Where is it now? Here it comes. Hang on. I've got to push the Touch ID. 51. There we go. Oh, hang on. I don't want to show you that. Let me see. There you go. Look. Can you see that there? Total AV. £118. Shocking. And they do it because not everyone checks their stuff. It's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Anyway. It says here, hi Chris. The last email that came. Hi Chris, thank you for your reply. I can confirm your total AV account has been fully cancelled and no further payments will be taken. The amount of £118.80 has been refunded. The refund should appear in your account within the next 48 hours. Okay. However, it can take up to 5 working days depending on your bank, so don't worry if it takes longer. What a shocker that was. It's not a small amount of money, is it? I think to some of the youngsters, the sort of early 20s, they think £118 ain't a lot of money. I think that's a serious amount of money. I really do. So watch that. Watch these damn reoccurring things. I think the government are trying to do something about that. I think they're trying to do stuff where none of these recurring things happen. And of course, they hide, the insurance companies hide behind the excuse, oh, well, we don't want you to go uninsured. I'll decide that, not you. Who are you to tell me? I will No, you're not doing me any favours. And when you ring them up, they talk to you like they're doing you a favour. No, you're not. You're sucking money out of my account without my permission. And a lot of these, by default, they are set to renew automatically. And you try and find the little box on there which says do not renew. You won't be able to find it. It's hidden. I've got one of the flats. Only two of the flats have got gas boilers, and one of them was with a gas boiler, not British Gas, home serve. I think it was home serve. Right? Okay. So I don't think I had a credit card on this. I'll get this phone call. This was last year. Actually, it must be coming up for renewal soon. Got this phone call. Oh, hello, sir. It's so-and-so at home serve. Your thing's out of renewal. I've just rung up now to take payment from you. Can I have your card number, please? I said, I beg your pardon? The arrogance of it. The arrogance of it. I said, what do you mean, can you have my credit card? Oh, it's just to take payment for your renewal. I said, I haven't said I'm going to renew yet. Oh, well, let me tell you. And then he starts reading off the salesman bullshit. You know, how fantastic they are, how much cheaper they are than anyone else and all this old crap. I said, well, listen, I will ring you when I've made a decision who I'm going to go with. But he kept going on and on. It's wrong, isn't it? By default, they renew it. No. And I believe the government are trying to do something about this at the moment, where by default, you are not on renew. You have to tick it. I'm sure they're doing something about that. But there's all sorts of things with that. And as I say, the latest one was the blooming tote levy. Blooming outrageous how they do that. Outrageous. Vera says, did that happen last year with this company? Tote levy? No, because last year it came, I think it was a signed thing, and it was 20 quid. And I thought, oh, well, 20 quid, I'll sign up. And it went from 20 quid this year, 118. No, don't think so. Microsoft give you a Windows Defender, which seems to work on all my computers. What was the offer that he put on? I said to you, they put something else on there. He said, what I've done is extend your licenses to 5 other computers. He said, so you can now share this with family and friends. I don't want to share it with family and friends. In fact, I don't want it myself. Take it off. What a shower, isn't it? Now, I have had stuff renewal before. Generally, you get an email saying, this is about to renew. What do you want to do? I've had that before. They seem to do it as a matter of course, and it's just so wrong, it really is. Anyway, gang, that's it for the show today. I know I'd love to stay here for at least another 5 hours. And, hang on, that was a bit loud. Is that loud? Is that loud? I'd love to stay with you for another 5 hours, but I want my dinner now. I've got some lovely dinner, as made by my nephew's wife from the last night. So if you want to listen to Alan Ross on the radio, now he's not until 3 anymore. He's only doing till 2. I've got to change that on there. But Alan Ross will be on the radio for you tonight. ReachOnAir.com, midnight till 3 a.m. I'm on there tomorrow morning. Okay. Actually, have I got my where's my Reach radio show? There it is. There, it's already done. Tomorrow morning at just after 9, if not about 2 minutes past 9, do join me at ReachOnAir.com. Okay. Something's missing. Something missing. Okay, thanks so much for your phone calls. Could you do the little like thing on the way up? Thanks to Mark Bowles for £2 super chat tonight. I'll see you again for another chat show on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching and listening. Enjoy the rest of the day. Good night.